Good news, we are finally able to meet together again for worship. We're so excited about this. Now, this is going to come with a lot of changes, so we want to help you prepare to be ready for those changes. Way we're going to communicate this mostly is going to be through the internet. So if you follow our church on the social media, through the weekly email, or go to our church website, there is where you're going to find all of the information that you need in order to be a part of these worship services. Now, one thing that you're going to have to do is this. You're going to have to register. Ontario has limited us to 30% of our building's capacity, so we need people to register online. We're going to be registering through Eventbrite. So if you go to our church's website and click the worship service button that we've been using for weeks to set up our services online, you can scroll down here and you see your place to click and log into the Eventbrite website, where you can buy tickets to come to church, free tickets to come to church. The meetings that we're going to have are going to be at 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Those are probably going to be our best hours to do this. So let's go outside and show you how this is going to work. All right, so let's talk about the washrooms. The building will be open for use of the washrooms, but only for use of the washrooms. If you have any other business that you need to do in the church, if you need to go grab something out of the office, or you want to check your mailbox or drop something off in someone else's mailbox, we're going to have to say no, that's not something that we can do. We have to protect our building as best we can to the guidelines that have been given to us. So the building will be open for washroom use only, and all of our washroom facilities are going to be limited to one household per use. So for instance, let's say if you need to come to the washroom, it's a one at a time thing regardless of how big the washroom is. If you have two children who are coming, sisters, my girls might come and use the washroom at the same time, or a mother and her daughter could use that. But we're going to have to limit it in that way so that we have as few people in the building at the same time as possible. All right, so when you come in to park, what we're going to do is we're going to ask that you would park on the street, either Borden Street or Bruce Street. If those fill up, then we have access to Essex Street, but we want you to park on the street because what we're trying to do is to not have people clustered and funneled together in the parking lot. The parking lot is going to be closed unless someone has special mobility access needs that they have. Those people will be using the parking lot. Everyone else, we ask that you park on the street. And when you park, you'll be met with someone that will be an usher to help you figure out where it is that you and your family will be seating. So let's go and figure out how we're going to be seated. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Over here between the garden and the portable, we're going to set up the stage, and we're going to have everyone seated out here in the grass. That means you're going to need to bring a lawn chair or a blanket for your family to sit on. Now, this is what it's going to look like. From the stage, we are going to draw into the grass little squares. These squares are going to be large enough for a family to sit in, and they are going to be spaced more than 2 meters apart so that everyone has a visual reference of what it means to be together with your household and socially distanced from others. This is the simplest way for us to move forward in this. Now, this requires some participation on your part. We know that you guys love each other well. We know that you haven't seen each other in a long time, but mingling just isn't an option. We're going to have to ask that you stay with your household in your square, with the exception of exiting and going to the washroom. This is not only to keep people safe from infection, it is also because maybe you might be comfortable with it, but maybe other people aren't, and we don't want to be causing people to feel uncomfortable. And also, very importantly, this is legal requirement on us, and we don't want to compromise our opportunity to gather together and worship because we wanted to say hello to a couple of people we haven't seen in a while. And so I know that that's tough, I know that it sounds harsh, but that's just what we need to do in this time. Now, we are also going to be putting this out in print form. We ask that you read it, look over it. If you have any questions, you can contact us at the church, and we hope to see you registering online for our services starting this weekend. We will see you here for worship. Go in peace.